They say legends never die, but in the motorcycle world, legends often fade into history, replaced by new trends, new engines, and new tech. And yet, sometimes, just sometimes, a legend comes back. That's exactly what's happening with the Yamaha XT600 in 2026. Yes, you heard that right. One of the most iconic dual-sport motorcycles of all time is making a return. And if you think this is just another retro-inspired release, you might want to listen closely because this bike could be one of the most interesting comebacks of the decade. For those who don't know, the Yamaha XT series was the original face of adventure before adventure bikes were even a thing. Back in the late 1970s and through the 80s and 90s, the XT600 was the weapon of choice for riders who wanted to go anywhere literally. These bikes conquered the Paris-Dakar Rally, they crossed continents. They were reliable, tough, and above all, simple. No ride modes, no computers, no digital headaches. Just an air-cooled single-cylinder engine, long travel suspension, and a frame that could take more punishment than the rider. The XT600 was a bike you could drop, pick up, and keep going without a second thought. Fast forward to 2026, and Yamaha is reportedly bringing the XT600 back. But why in a world full of 200 horsepower superbikes, high-tech touring machines, with 10-inch touchscreens, and middleweight adventure bikes loaded with rider aids? What place does a single-cylinder thumper from the past really have? That's the question Yamaha seems ready to answer. The new XT600 doesn't stray too far from its roots. It's still a single-cylinder, 600cc, 4-stroke thumper. It still favors long travel suspension, spoked wheels, and an upright, commanding stance. But here's the twist: this isn't just a carbon copy of the past. Yamaha has reportedly updated the motor with fuel injection, emissions compliance, and a refined ECU to smooth out the power delivery. No more carburetors to fiddle with at high altitude, no more cold start frustrations. This new XT is designed to keep its rugged soul while embracing just enough modern tech to satisfy 2026 standards. Power figures aren't officially confirmed, but estimates put it around 45 horsepower with plenty of low-end torque. Not headline-grabbing numbers, but then again, this bike isn't about chasing top speed. It's about usable, dependable grunt, the kind that gets you up rocky climbs, across sandy trails, or through city traffic without breaking a sweat. And with a rumored curb weight under 180 kilograms, or roughly 395 pounds, the XT600 remains nimble enough to be tossed around off-road while still manageable on pavement. Now, let's talk design. From early leaks and concept sketches, the XT600 has stayed remarkably true to its heritage. The teardrop fuel tank, the high front fender, the round headlight though now upgraded to LED the upright seat, and the tall stands are all instantly recognizable. It's a bike that says classic dual sport without trying too hard. But Yamaha has also sharpened the edges, trimming excess weight where possible and giving it more aggressive graphics. It's a mix of nostalgia and modern design language, something that appeals to both old-school riders and younger enthusiasts looking for authenticity. But here's where things get interesting. The motorcycle industry has changed massively since the XT last roamed showrooms. Buyers now expect ABS, traction control, rider modes, and connectivity features as standard. Will the XT600 have them? That's still unclear. Some whispers say Yamaha may offer optional ABS to comply with regulations, but stop short of stuffing it full of electronics. And honestly, that might be the right move. Because the XT was never about digital intervention. It was about giving the rider full control, even if that meant more responsibility. In other words, the XT's identity has always been its simplicity. Add too many gadgets and you risk losing what makes it special. Of course, simplicity comes with drawbacks. Let's be real, this is not a bike for everyone. Riders who want comfort, plush suspension, or highway speed might find the XT lacking. The seat height, expected to be around 34 inches or 865 millimeters, will intimidate shorter riders. The single-cylinder thumper will vibrate more than a parallel twin, and long highway stretches might feel buzzy. And with just 45 horsepower, overtaking on fast roads isn't going to be breathtaking. If you're looking for a long-haul touring machine, you'd probably still go for something like Yamaha's Tenor 700, but here's the magic of the XT. It's not pretending to be anything it isn't. It's not trying to replace a Tenor. It's not trying to rival a KTM 890 Adventure. It's carving its own path as a lightweight, simple, rugged dual sport that thrives where other bikes stumble. Drop it in the dirt, no problem, scratch the bodywork, who cares? Break down in the middle of nowhere, odds are, you can fix it yourself with basic tools. Try doing that with a high-tech European adventure bike loaded with sensors and computers, and that's the biggest strength of the XT600 in 2026. In a world obsessed with complexity, the XT is offering clarity. It's offering freedom from overthinking. It's saying, get on, ride, go anywhere. Don't worry about updates. Don't worry about software, just ride. And for many riders, especially the ones who truly want to explore, that message hits hard. Now, let's address the elephant in the room: price. Yamaha hasn't confirmed anything yet, but if they want this bike to succeed, it has to be affordable. The magic number seems to be under $9,000. If Yamaha can keep it in that range, the XT600 could undercut many of its rivals while offering something they can: heritage and simplicity. Go much higher than that, and it risks becoming a niche product bought only by nostalgic fans and collectors. So where does the 2026 XT600 stand? On one hand, it's a dinosaur single-cylinder thumper in a world of electronic wonders. On the other, it's exactly what a lot of riders are craving: a return to basics, a no-nonsense bike that just works, it's rugged, it's timeless. And if Yamaha gets the balance right, it could be one of the most exciting dual sport comebacks of the decade. The question is, will it be enough? Will riders in 2026 choose simplicity over sophistication, mechanical honesty over digital comfort? Or will the XT600 end up as a nostalgic footnote, loved by a few but forgotten by the many? One thing's for sure, the XT name still carries weight. It's a badge of honor, a promise of adventure, and a reminder of what motorcycles used to be before they became computers on wheels. And if Yamaha delivers on that promise, the XT600 could prove that sometimes the future really does belong to the past. This is a